There are places that remind you how quickly life moves, and then there are places that ask you to slow down long enough to actually feel. As you walk through the doors of the Westgate Hotel, you are instantly welcomed by the warmth, sounds, instrumenting every step towards a quieter, slower space. Mythological statues lighting the entrance, shimmering chandeliers, golden iron staircase are reminders of where we've been and the steps we're taking towards rebuilding, rediscovering, recreating our experiences. As masterpieces are perfectly displayed, paintings and European decorations remind you there's more than the eye beholds. The wooden floors echo beneath my steps. Every corner leaves you feeling untouched by time. I forget I am a visitor, and I feel I am at the Palace of Versailles. As I look ahead, I let go of what should have stayed longer, what never chose me fully, and of the weight of old versions of myself I no longer need to carry. And instead, I make space for the woman I am still unfolding into, for joy that no longer seeks permission, for softness without apologizing for a future I no longer have to force. I learned healing isn't always about becoming someone you've yet to become. Sometimes it's about polishing the parts of yourself life tried to wear down, the softness you stopped showing, the confidence you slowly questioned, the wonder that got buried beneath routine, heartbreak, survival, and time. Healing, I think, is remembering who you were before the world convinced you to shrink, before disappointment made you quieter, before fear taught you to hesitate, and in those moments you begin to see yourself again. Not the version of you shaped by expectations, not the version of you built to survive, just you, your unfiltered, unfinished, but still whole beneath it all self. There were moments I thought I had lost pieces of myself, only to find those moments were redefining who I am. Moments which were exhausting, settled deep into my bones, and as I mistaken survival for living. But step by step, piece by piece, prayer by prayer, I began finding strength in the ritual of becoming the woman who's shaped by longing, by loss, by growth, by grace. And as the stillness grows, the silence allows you to sway, to dance with the shadows casted against the soles of your footsteps, moving with the silence instead of resisting it. There's something sacred about these quiet moments no one else sees, because in silence I remember each decision, each heartbreak, each lesson, which has shaped me and has gently placed me here. And for once, I am no longer running from those memories. I begin to gather myself again now, even in solitude. I no longer feel abandoned. I feel accomplished and accompanied by every version of myself that refused to give up. The younger me who dreamed fearlessly, the broken me who kept going quietly, the healing me, learning that stillness allows you to accept the young girl you never had the opportunity to be, yet giving grace to the young woman you are becoming. I realize I'm not starting over. I am simply continuing as I am and recreating a version of me that I never have been. As I look out towards the city of lights, I find a reflection of the tiny constellations which reside. There's courage in allowing yourself to be seen as you are, not polished into perfection, not hidden by performance, but standing firmly within yourself. A woman reminding herself, not for attention, not for perfection, but because somewhere along the way, life made her forget how deserving she was of softness. So she takes her time, blending confidence into tired eyes, tracing courage into trembling lips, turning survival into something beautiful. And maybe that's the magic of moments like these. It's never really about the makeup, it's about the woman behind it, slowly becoming visible to herself again. There were days I thought I was falling apart, but really I was learning how to carry myself differently. Life tested me in ways I never spoke about out loud. Quiet battles, heavy nights, moments where I had to become my own safe space. And somehow I did. Not perfectly, not without breaking, but with a kind of strength that only comes from refusing to give up. Now, when I look in the mirror, I don't just see who I've been, I see everything I survived to become. Soft but not weak, tender but unshaken. A woman who learned that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it simply whispers, I am still here. Imperfected in this unfitted robe that is not mine to keep, or the warm curls which fall effortlessly around my face. I've learned healing doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it comes quietly in hotel mirrors and dim lighting, in the pass between breath and the soothing that keeps showing up for yourself, even after life has tried to empty you. Sometimes healing doesn't look dramatic. Sometimes it's standing in front of a bathroom mirror under soft hotel lighting, trying to cover dark circles from exhaustion, blending makeup over sunspots, learning how to face yourself before you ever face a camera. As I sit in front of the mirror, gathering myself back together, one stroke at a time, I am remembering. I am a woman returning back to herself, not for attention, not for perfection, but because somewhere along the way, life made her forget how deserving she was of softness. So she takes her time, blending confidence into tired eyes, tracing courage into tumbling lips, turning survival into something beautiful. Somewhere between the city lights, the silence, and the shimmer against my skin creates these moments. And in these moments, I recognize that the first steps towards acceptance and self-love begin with this journey.